Brothers and sisters, I want to tell you about my book. The title, I Got It All in My Little Shopping Mall. This is an amazing story. A story about a young black man that simply wanted to provide for his family. A young man that wanted to sell legitimate merchandise on the Staten Island Ferry. A young black man that wanted to practice free enterprise in America. A young black man that wanted to stay away from crime and work hard and pursue his dreams. The city of New York resisted this young man. The city of New York denied this young man. The city of New York harassed this young man. The city of New York hounded this young man. The city of New York arrested this young man. The city of New York tackled this man to the ground. The city of New York put this man in jail. But the young black man got up again and again and again, selling his merchandise, saying rhymes like, I got it all in my little shopping mall. Batteries, Walkmans, microphones, headphones, everything you need for the perfect tone. Fix it like new. I got crazy glue. Never fails on your nails, works on your shoe. Umbrellas for the rain so you won't go insane. Push button automatic, you won't have a bit of static. Hats and scarves, gloves, earmuffs. You know the hawk don't bluff. Don't be silly. Outside you know it's chilly. Get it together for the weather. This young man had rhymes that made people smile, and they would buy his merchandise, and the city of New York didn't like it. You got to read this story. It's a true story. It's an American story. It's an original story. It's a New York story. It's the story of the rhyming salesman and the legendary little shopping mall on the Staten Island Ferry. You got to read this story. In addition, I write about my activism that went beyond the boat. When I went to jail for Amadou Diallo and Sean Bell. When I shouted down Governor Pataki. When I stood up for Eric Gardner. The book talks about how I helped Debbie Rose become the first black elected official in the history of Staten Island. It talks about my encounters with the Force MDs, the Shoeshine Man, my encounters with the Wu-Tang Clan right here in this neighborhood. It's an amazing story. And you have a collection of poetry. So now you really have two books in one. You have an amazing story, and you have a collection of poetry. 6 different categories of poetry. I have a category on who is Jesus. A collection of poetry about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. A category on poetry about the celebration of life. Social comments where I talk about the homeless and the wars and 9/11 and different events like that. Also, there's a category on black history and struggle where I write about people like Harriet Tubman, Eric Gardner, Amadou Diallo. You got to read this book. There's also a category of poetry about word portraits, where I write about well-known figures, some well-known, some not as well-known. Tiger Woods, James Brown, but I have a poem about Margie Garvin, who is a long-time community activist on Staten Island. You got to read this book. It's loaded. This book has poetry, politics, history, drama, art, science, and there's even a little bit of comedy. Now, folks, not the greatest comedian, but you gotta read the joke about the mean old daddy. It will make you laugh. It's all in. I got it all in my little shopping mall. You got to get your book today. Thank you, my brothers and sisters.